Today I'd like to discuss audio quality and quality compared to effort and of course price. Because in my opinion there's quite a big amount of diminishing returns if you spend more and more and more on your audio equipment. Not necessarily because it gets worse for the price, but if you look at where audio or video audio is consumed, you realize that all the nuances that you get with higher priced audio equipment are basically wasted on smartphone speakers or Bluetooth headsets. Therefore, in my opinion, it's not necessary to invest thousands of dollars into audio equipment, as long as your end product is viewed on a mobile or laptop device. And since most of the videos I'm doing for this channel are in my office, where I simply put up a light and throw some RGB lights behind me, I figured I could use an easier setup than the one I've been using for the past years, which mainly is the Rode Wireless Go 2. And basically I've bought them initially for my paid work, where I have to mic up people that most of the time don't sit still but walk around. And with these two Wireless Go 2s, I had the option of, basically miking up two people that could freely interact with each other and walk around. Therefore they are perfect. But in this setup here, for me it's always a bit of a hassle to mic myself up. I just don't like miking myself up, putting the receiver on the camera and the transmitter in my pocket and fiddling this through my my sweater. And therefore I was on the lookout for a cheap and easy setup alternative. And I've came across two viable options. First, the Movo VXR10, and second, the Rode Videomicro. They are basically the same. The Movo is a bit bigger and has an additional wind protection, whereas the Rode is a bit smaller, but that's about it. When it comes to audio quality, in my ears, on a smartphone speaker, they are pretty much the same. The Rode is a bit deeper, bassier, whereas the Movo has a bit more leeway to, play around with it in post. But for me, for this setup, I think either of these two are perfect, because I got my little boom pole right beside me, right besides the light, and whenever I'm done I'm just moving them in the corner, and that's it. I will never get perfect audio in this room anyways, because I'm surrounded by windows. So these two walls right here are the only two concrete walls in this office. The rest is window. So it's nice to look out, but horrible for audio. With that being said, I'll just go over the audio differences between the three microphones, the Rode Wireless Go 2, the Movo VXR10 and the Rode Videomicro. So you for yourself can see if it's worth upgrading if you just sit down and talk to the camera, or if it's the best option to just get a boom pole for 20 bucks and one of those two microphones. So price-wise it's a big difference, because the Rode Wireless Go 2 comes in at about $300, whereas the Movo at about $50 and the Rode Wireless Go 2, Rode Videomicro at about $50 as well. At a 20 bucks light stand and 10 bucks extension cord, you're looking at about 70 to 80 bucks compared to the 300 that you will be spending with the Rode. So you're listening to the Rode the whole time, by the way, to the Wireless Go 2. And I'll be switching between the 2 or 3 microphones now and give you a little bit of a, well, reading so that the audio is the same for all 3 microphones. To make things easy, I'll just read the preface of The Ultimate Marketing Plan by Dan Kennedy, just so you get the same audio for all audio clips. Here we go. Hey, don't skip the preface. There's important information here. This is the 20th anniversary edition of this book, first published in 1991. It is updated and expanded, but it has stood the test of time, launched or greatly improved tens of thousands of businesses, made quite a few business owners rich, and is every bit as relevant and useful as when I first wrote it. Hey, don't skip the preface. There's important information here. This is the 20th anniversary edition of this book, first published in 1991. It is updated and expanded, but it has stood the test of time, launched or greatly improved tens of thousands of businesses, made quite a few business owners rich, and is every bit as relevant and useful as when I first wrote it. Hey, don't skip the preface. There's important information here. This is the 20th anniversary edition of this book, first published in 1991. It is updated and expanded, but it has stood the test of time. Launched and greatly improved tens of thousands of businesses, made quite a few business owners rich, and is every bit as relevant and useful as when I first wrote it. Okay, so here you have it. These are the 3 mic options at my disposal at the moment. I hope, if you're on the lookout for a microphone, you found your winner. I, for one, really like the the Movo VXR10 Pro, simply for the fact that I can have this living in my office on this boom pole right beside my light. And the Videomicro, I don't know, I don't like it as much. I don't like the sound quality as much. Even though they are really close, I like the Movo a bit better. Oh, and by the way, this is how the audio sounds with my office sound preset put on top of it, just to get it a bit more bassy. Yeah, but anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I wish you a very successful, pleasant week, and I see you in the next video. Bye.